Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's segment of readings. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them, just to be fair. For the tarot portion, I'm using Wild Reflections Tarot by Yspell. I think it's Yspell. And on the back here is the yspell.com. There's some information there if you're interested to check that out. I think it's a really pretty deck. Supportive Oracle cards, one of my favorite decks too. Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish. And there's a hayhouse.com website down there at the bottom below the barcode somewhere if you're interested. And last but not least, I do use dice. I use a 22-sided dice for the major arcana, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool. And then I use a 14-sided dice for the minor arcana, and a 4-sided dice to choose the element for the minor arcana. These are from Math Art Fun. Math Art Fun is the website, mathartfun.com. It's from the Dice Shop, if you're interested. Okay, that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again, and let's get into your reading. Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? All right, it's starting good. Let's get them all down, right? Let's get them all down before we get too excited about things. It's good, like something good. Why are we having such issues? Why are we having issues with this? Okay, so something good is coming in. You seem to be bothered by it, which is interesting. I'm going to say this because there's a couple cards here that are going to push forward in a certain way. This does not have to be a romance reading. It could be business, co-workers. Could be more of a relationship where you feel like somebody honors you for who you are and you honor them for who they actually are, not false facades. And I'm saying that because the Lover's card is popping in. It does not have to mean romance, especially in a general read. It's also being backed up by the Romance card. I know, it doesn't have to be romance, but something is coming in. It could be one of those things, if it is romance, if it is, you're a person that's very comfortable being on your own. And now this is popping in and you're just like, what the hell is that? Something is popping in and you're like, whoa, what is that? What's going on here? I'm very self-sufficient. I've got my life under control. For some of you, maybe you're at that point in life where you're like, I've done that relationship thing and it's always caused problems, or mostly. And maybe you're feeling more secure doing things on your own. This does not have to be romance. It could be a business situation too, where you're working with someone else, or somebody else is getting involved in the process that you're doing, or maybe management is switching out. Could be like that. It could be a family connection. The way I feel like this, if this is a family connection, it might be like you're used to doing certain things by yourself and on your own, and now somebody else is joining in the party here with whatever you're doing, and it's actually a good thing, but it might be stressing you out at first to get used to it, because it's kind of like, I can depend on me. I know I'll get things done and I won't get overrun or burnt out, but if somebody else comes into this might not work for me. Something good is coming in, though. And there's a stable connection where it's being built from. So it's a good thing. This is a good thing. It does seem to be stressing you when it shows up. A lot of communication happens with this, too. This might be one of those moments where you kind of show your poker hand and you weren't meaning to. Whether that's normal or not for you, this could be one of those moments where you find yourself blabbing on, and afterwards you're like, I can't believe I told this person that. Like, I think we all have those moments to different degrees, and I'm going to say this as a Pisces, raised by 2 Pisces, blah, 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 blah. I feel like we can be very mysterious, and I feel like one of the things Pisces does to keep from talking about themselves sometimes, is we keep asking questions, we keep the conversation about other people. That way we don't show our poker hand. Maybe that's something I do. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's cuckoo. But like this person, whoever this is, in whatever context, romance, business, family, friendships, whatever it is, they're switching, they're turning the tables and they're asking you and they're getting more information about you and they're really starting to invest in who you are and what you're about. And I feel like, maybe I'm wrong, but Pisces is mostly used to, like, what do you want? What do you, like, we keep pushing it over to other people. And then when they turn it around on us, we're like, what? Me? You want? I don't know what I want. Oh. Maybe that could be just like base Pisces energy. There's a lot of flavor of Pisces out there. So if that doesn't fit totally for you, understandable. But whatever it is coming in, it's building something stable. It's showing you that it actually wants to honor you as much as you want to honor it, whoever it may be. They may be, it's probably a person, not likely a situation, but it could be a job. I feel like this is really kind of like, I keep getting like, whatever context in your life, if this is hitting, it's going to match with, you're used to doing it by yourself and on your own. Used to having this under, like some people, for example, maybe like cleaning your house. Maybe you have a very busy life, but when it comes to cleaning your house and getting that where you want it, you do that on your own. You have your own process of doing it. Or it could be writing, for example. Maybe you like to write and you do this and do that. Now somebody wants to collaborate with you and you're just like, oh, I do that on my own. Like, I don't know about this. I don't know if this is going to work. Something like that. You know what I mean? I can give you 5,000 million trillion examples, but you know if it hits or not. Part of the nerves is because I keep getting this, and again, I think this is the Pisces energy. I think that we try to mold to other people without realizing it. And I think we want to be liked. And sometimes we sell ourselves down the river a little too far. It depends on you. I feel like a lot of us learn it early in life that that's not going to work. And I think a lot of us also start going down that road and all of a sudden we're like, oh crap, here we go. I'm doing it again. Can't do this. This isn't going to work for me or them. I got to pull back and like make sure I hold my own identity and don't mold to somebody else's. Again, this is just the Pisces energy the way I understand it as a Pisces. If I'm wrong, again, there's a lot of different flavors of Pisces out there. But that's the base Pisces energy the way I understand it. And sometimes we get caught up with people and it's kind of like before we know it, all of a sudden we're getting burned out and we can't get our own stuff done and we end up doing more for other people than ourselves and it doesn't seem like it's balancing out, right? So it's hard to have that trust because usually there's like history with this, kind of like that didn't work out well, this didn't go well, I got too involved in this, I got too involved in that. Especially in relationships, I see this a lot. I feel like it's with water signs especially, and maybe some earth signs. They do a lot in the beginning, and they try to overcompensate, and then after a couple years goes by, it's just like all of a sudden it's expected that you're always going to overcompensate, and you want it to rebalance, kind of like can't we both do half and half, and they got used to you doing more, and it becomes an issue. So if that's a thing, we got to create that balance right in the beginning. I feel like this is, maybe I slipped into that a little too quickly, maybe not. If somebody's coming in, you got to be very well aware that you keep the balance of the situation correct. Where you do and they do. And you know what I mean? You both do a fair amount and you both give a fair amount, you both take a fair amount. Make sure it's balanced. Make sure you're not doing too much right in the beginning. Balance it out. This can be a good thing. Sometimes for Pisces that can be a challenge. It depends on how deeply your heart is into it. And there's a chart is not just the one sign. Like some people I know you watch, maybe it's your moon sign, maybe it's your Venus sign, maybe it's something else sign, sun sign, whatever it is. It's just in this category of life. Sometimes I've seen this with people when they have Pisces and Saturn, I want to say it is, because I think that talks about work life, and they give too much and they get kind of run over. Sometimes that happens there. Just wherever this is connecting with, keep in mind it's like we got to keep that balance if we want to stay happy. Because there's other people around this situation. So something good is coming in, it's making you nervous. There's other people around this situation. I just want to be careful with this because I'm seeing some interesting energy here. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know that you're going to keep what it is. Some of them are going to, I don't know. Be careful of energy around the situation. Always come back and decide what you feel, especially if this is one of the things where a lot of people have opinions. Always make sure you have a moment so you can just step away, clear your thoughts, and decide what you think, what you want, how you feel. Because there's some contrary energy around you, and you got to be careful of it. Whatever the situation is by itself is the situation by itself. There's influences around it that could be very contrary to what you want. Make sure when other people are telling you their opinions and how they feel, you step back and be like, okay, I know this person cares about me, but they don't know X, Y, and Z about my situation, or they don't know how I feel about this. So step back. You can take it into account what they think, but if you could step back and emotionally disconnect and be like, all right, I understand they said this, this, and that, but this is how I feel about it, and these are how I feel those comments actually fit into this for whatever reason. Be very well aware of your own feelings and how you feel. It's very important that you have moments to step back. I don't know if this is gonna. I don't know how this is gonna sound. But sometimes it's like when you're using the restroom and you're just having that minute. You can just get in the stall and just sit there, whether you're doing something or not. That might be the only time you have to just kind of like relax and just have a moment to yourself. If that's what it is, but make sure you have a moment there where you can just kind of sort it out for yourself and just take a minute to do what you got to do and think it out. Some people, like, I used to walk on breaks when I worked at certain places. That was my time to like walk away from people and just let my energy be what it needs to be. Let me think about what I feel, how I'm, instead of being, in this ocean of opinions and this and that coming in, stepping away, breathing. I used to have to walk outside even. People would walk inside like around the building, and I was like, I have to go outside if I can. If I can at all get outside, that way I could clear off that energy and feel what I could feel and know what I need to know. Hopefully that's helpful. Am I yammering on? Of course I am. Okay. There's a lot of stability being offered here. You are that Knight of Pentacles energy. You got the King of Pentacles coming in. This is very compatible. This is very good. You deciding what you really want from this and being careful about what other people think and making sure you know what you actually want and what you believe you can actually do with this. There will be stress coming in. I feel like it's a factor of not only how you feel, but other people's opinions around this. You know what I mean? If you're saying you don't like something and you're giving all this like, this makes me nervous because of that, that makes me nervous because of this, even though it's like a fear and it's like nothing bad happened, but you're expressing a fear of what might happen, people might build off of your fear thinking, oh, you don't want this, then don't do this. Oh, really? You think, well, then this person is a bad person, don't go near them. They might build off of your fear. Does that make sense? If you're explaining like, oh, what if this one, takes all my time? What if this one wants me to do this, that, and that for them? What if this one, blah, 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 whatever context it's in? People might just hear that part and build off it. Oh, you're right, this person's probably a bad one. Oh, yeah, you're right, this one. Even if you don't have the proof if they are not that type of way yet, be aware of it. There will be stress here. It's stepping away, clearing that energy, deciding how you feel and what you think and what is really here. Build from the facts. Keep building from the facts, and then if you have to, find ways to find the facts if you don't see the facts. But make sure you keep building from the facts. There's something really beautiful coming in. There is a chance you will walk away from it. Free will. You know what I mean? Free will. You could walk away from it. If you need to walk away from it, that's great. But decide do you want to walk away from it, and why are you walking away from it? Evaluate it out with the truth. Be careful. Again, other people, if you're telling them I'm nervous, they're going to probably, oh, it's probably bad. Okay, don't do that, Pisces. Don't do that. If you don't have the facts to build from, is there a way for you to find the facts without feeling in danger? If it's a dangerous situation, you don't want to do this. But are you allowing the situation to show you what it's really made of? Because this can be a beautiful thing. Whatever the situation is, if there's a way to connect with more of a community connection with this situation, whatever it is, if it's business, love, friendship, whatever you got, and you're nervous about it, that's legitimate. That is a legitimate feeling, so I hope I don't make that sound weird. Um, if there's a way to connect it with a social connection and pull in some more energy so you can find out what's really here. Is that friendship? Yep. So bring in a more social connection, trying to find out, have people actually give you their true opinions of something, especially if this is a person, no matter what context it is, that they don't know, but they're just taking it from what you're saying. Bring them into the fold somehow. Get it so these people can meet this person so they can decide or for themselves how they feel, and then don't go by their opinion, but get their honest feedback by what they experienced. And if they think this could be or that could be. Don't adopt their opinion, but maybe consider their opinion. Does it help or not help? There's a lot of good things that could come out of this situation. It's got to be built. It's got to be built in a way with balance. It's got to be built in a way where you feel comfortable. And it may take some time for you to really feel comfortable, but you can build it slowly. And if you can build it slowly and not feel like you're getting thrust into something, you might have that ability to have something beautiful that you actually do want. It is a slow build. There's a lot of loyalty coming in from this situation that may make you nervous. Because it's kind of like, is it a good loyalty, like I can believe this person will support me, or is this a bad loyalty where this person wants to control me? There's differences, having other people connect in, having other social connections, people going, oh, I think this person's controlling, versus, no, I think this person's supportive, I think they understand boundaries, people trying to help you. A red flag, especially if it's a romance or any other thing, quite frankly, if this person is unwilling or wants to detach you from other social connections, that's probably a major football field size red flag. Make sure you get other people's opinion on that. Because I'm getting whoever this is wants to come in, they want to stay, there's a lot of loyalty here. This is a general read. It could be a very good thing. They're saying evaluate it out, have other people help you evaluate it out so you can truly decide, yes, good, no, not so good. And not just running away out of fear, but if you decide to walk away, you don't want to run away in fear, but if you decide to walk away, you want to walk away with confidence, if that makes sense, if that's the decision you need to make. Versus like maybe this is a good thing, and if you want it, but having that backup from people in your social circle saying, I think this is a good thing, and I'll back you up on this, Pisces, and I'll look out for you, Pisces, and you can always use me as a sounding board, and I'll let you know what I think of this situation, Pisces. Does that make sense? Did it make sense right now? This ending, this is a really healthy, the word healthy is here, really healthy ending for you if this goes forward and this is a good match, even if it's not. Because I feel like if you start this process, whatever this is, if you decide, no, this isn't for me, and you decide to confidently walk away, that's cool if that's not what you want. But it will start the process and help you create what you want and kind of like, all right, do I just not want this at all in my life, whatever this category is? Or do I just not want this person, and can other people help me find the person I actually do want for this situation? Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and you have a great day.